Hey guys, how's it going? I'm trying something a little different. I'm trying a different setup. Today I want to tell you guys about how to study in the US if you're international. I was at some point of my career an international student, so I had to do some research about how to study in the US and what I needed to do and all that cool stuff, right? And when you just graduated from high school, it can kind of be overwhelming. I mean, give me a little bit. It can be a little overwhelming. Just reading through all the documentation, all the materials, all the paperwork that you need to do, and you don't even know where to start. So I'm not gonna give you like an exact road or how to apply for international for an American university because every university has their own regulations. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I can give you like a good advice on how to apply and like what exams you need to test and how you should prepare. Now I'm gonna talk about my experience from a STEM point of view, so engineering in this case. So the first thing you need to do is basically you need to call the international office on the university or universities that you want to apply. I recommend you to apply to a couple of universities. Check how much the semester, what is the cost. Usually a lot of sponsorships or a lot of universities they have something called tuition waivers, which is like a discount they give to international students in order to incentivize all the smart people from out of the country to come and study. So check for any. Usually the best thing is just to call international students. Just Google international student and the name of the university, and you can call them, and they're actually very helpful, and they can help you with the process, and they can give you information about how to get started with all that cool stuff. Now, usually universities they require you like a high school equivalent or diploma, so you need to get that. You need to see how it works within your country. You need to basically make your high school classes an equivalent to the classes in the US. Yeah, a lot of times, some of the classes you took in high school they will not be valid for college in the US, so you will need to be taking like ¿cómo se dice? Like remedial classes to catch up, which I mean is fine. After that, you need to submit your paperwork. A lot of it has to do with your income, your country of residence, who you are, what do you want to study, and you need to make your application. After you submit all the initial applications, you need to start taking tests. Now, I'm gonna talk about my personal case. When I applied for college, I had to take three tests. Yeah, one was called the SAT, another one was called the ACT, and the other one was the TOEFL. Now, basically, the TOEFL exam is basically the English proficiency exam. And I mean, if you're watching this video, well, I mean, I'm talking for non-English speaking countries. You're watching this video and you understand what I'm saying, you're probably gonna be fine for that test. But I mean, nevertheless, you would prefer to study for that test. It's basically an English test, and they will qualify you on grammar, on like language, or like perception of English. Now, the second test that I took is the SAT. I think it was the ACT. The ACT is basically like a placement exam. So basically, that's the important one. That's the one that defines the TOEFL too. But the ACT is the one that like qualifies your knowledge. If you don't pass it, like you don't go into that college, and you need to wait or like apply to a different college. Now, each college has different thresholds to enter the exam. I think my college had like you needed a 20. I think it's out of 50 to get into the college, so it wasn't too bad. But some colleges, like especially like Ivy League exams, they have like you need to like almost have perfect score in there. I think I really don't know, but basically this is the important exam. This is will like test your general knowledge in high school, mathematics, science, computer science, English, all that cool stuff that you learn in high school that nobody remembers and nobody really uses. And the last exam is called the ACT, and I think that exam was basically for like placement. So basically, let's say you pass the SAT, and the ACT is just like another exam that will like you're already inside the university once you pass these two exams. But I think the ACT was to like quantify how much knowledge you have in certain uh, areas. So, for example, if you're weak in math, they will place you in like remedial classes. If you're weak in computer science or chemistry, they will place you in these classes. So there's that. you need to take retests and apply for that. Plus, on top of that, you don't only have to like talk with international students. Once you get approved to college, you need to start applying for a student visa. I think it's called a F1 visa. In my case, I don't know. Your case might be different. If you're married, like I think they're for your wife or husband, it should be an F2, I believe, and that's a totally different process. For that, you need to like a lot of times, like I said, the international students office they can help you and they can coordinate with you on how to approach this process, and then you will start to apply with this process with your embassy or your consulate, and you will probably need to renew your visa or maybe apply for a passport if you don't have one, and that's pretty much it. A lot of places, I mean, I don't know about Mexico, but like I know in India and China and a lot of other countries, you can pay somebody to do all the paperwork for you, including the exam applications. Honestly, it's not that hard to do it. It's just a pain in the ass. So I mean, I'm pretty sure these people will charge a lot of money. In my case, I prefer to like do it by myself, but it was a pain in the ass. But if you wanna like just take the easy way and just hire somebody and just get it over with, go for it. It's your choice. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if you have any questions about how to apply for a college or what college should you go or stuff like that, or any question about like what is life in the US after you're an international, please let me know. And if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like, guys, and hopefully these videos are helpful to you guys. Have a good one. How do I stop this?